tech domain, bringing innovation to various industries. With a projected market value of $9.9 billion by 2026 and a remarkable growth of 42.9% annually, generative AI is revolutionizing how we automate tasks, unleash creativity, and deliver personalized experiences in the world of technology. I'm your host Cheryl, and today we have a special focus on CTOs and how they can harness the power of generative AI in their tech strategies. Joining us today is Prarthit Mehta, the Vice President of Tech Consulting at CloudAt. Together we will delve into the exciting possibilities that generative AI brings to the technology domain. Hi Prarthit, we are excited to have you here today.
Yes, equally excited to talk about generative AI.
So let's dive in without any further delay.
Absolutely. Let's make sure that we contribute to the $9.9 million.
So Prarthit, moving on to our first question now. When we talk about generative AI, it's been catching up in several domains. But what about the tech domain in specific? What does this technology have in store for the tech domain?
Let me start by clarifying somewhere on generative AI. Generative AI is powered by deep learned large language models to enhance the creative generation of ideas into the instance, right? If, let's say, coming back to your question that said that, hey, what is the significance of on tech? If you remember, it all started with tech, right? You must have seen in near past that there was a lot of chatter about an AI tool that is able to interact with humans, add human value, right? And that started up, and I saw one of the Gartner reports stating that by 2030, the software developers, their productivity will be facilitated and increased by AI by 10-folds, right? So if I have to put all of that into a singular phrase, faster development, faster time to market, fastest growth.
So I really like the part of the faster development and faster time to grow in the market. So Prarthit, now we talk about significance of this technology here. So what are some practical applications of generative AI and how do you see it impacting tech strategies?
Let me divide your question into two parts, right? Let's first talk about the practical implementation. Now, I stated the example of GitHub Copilot being one, right, that generates the code snippets for my developers to be more productive. But if you are following the social media nowadays, you'd see a lot of the chatter about Photoshop generating multiple backgrounds or ChatGPT helping in creating PowerPoint presentation, right? These are all practical implementations. And I talk about one example that happened with me today morning. I was just browsing my LinkedIn and suddenly a message popped up on my profile by LinkedIn stating, hey, you know what, do you want to enhance your headline or do you want to enhance your about me? And you'll be amazed to see the results. Check out my LinkedIn for the results of this generative AI doing what it can do on a personal front.
I really need to check that out now.
Absolutely. If let's say talk about the second part of the aspect, what it changes in the tech strategy. Imagine the feature innovations that can be done. I just give an example of a product named LinkedIn, right? I'm working currently with a customer who is empowering authors to generate their ideas or rather curate their ideas into a published book powered by generative AI. Another customer that CloudAt is serving right now, their job or their IP is that how they will customize the website for their end customer. Imagine you are looking at Flipkart, you are getting all the personalized recommendation, but one fine day you looked at something else, you searched on Google for some medication and that recommendation screen changed. Now it is recommending medicines, right? That's the power of generative AI. And imagine this all can be changed on the go. That's the customer's doing, right? So in terms of strategy, now including generative AI in the text strategy, it's a different ballgame.
So, Prarthit, product innovation or product development is key to technology. So, in this case, how CTOs like you can use generative AI to drive innovation and enhance product development?
Great question, Cheryl. Actually, you know what? I had prepared for it, right? I have about 6 ideas on what a CTO should be thinking when they want to enhance their product development processes.
That looks like an exhaustive list.
No, don't worry about that. I'll not talk about all 6 of them. We'll concise it, right?
No, it will be insightful. I know.
Great. So let's come back to the point that I have been talking about this since the start of the video. Imagine increase in productivity of a software developer. And if I have to put an industry perspective to it is rapid prototyping. Right? Generative AI will enable automated code generation, enhancing the delivery of my resource. Right? The second that I can think of, and I have made sure that it is there, is design optimization. Right? You head from marketing background, right? Imagine if marketing collaterals are faster than what they are today, right? How many social media posts would you want to post in a day if, let's say, marketing collaterals are auto-generated by generative AI? Looking at, let's say, the traffic on our social media pages, right? If you see that people are searching, coming to our Cloud That social media page, looking at training, right, and looking at Microsoft, and you know that our website's backend has seen a lot of growth in AZ500. Imagine generative AI leveraging these inputs and generating a collateral or a creative for you that markets AZ500. Right? Personalization or customization. And somewhere down the line, this all that I stated about Cloud That's website touches somewhere down the line personalization and customization. Right? The customer that I talked about previously, right? They are into the domain where if an organization leverages their product, that organization can personalize website for every individual user that puts the foot on their website, right? That's the capabilities generative AI gets, right? Another one that I have is, let's see, generative AI is something that it's not like it's what is done, what is created is created. It will keep on learning things, it will keep on enhancing itself, it will keep on empowering itself to do bigger and better in the future. Right? So these are some of the things that I can think of that a CTO should leverage. And most importantly, last but not least, feature enhancement. Right? We talked about LinkedIn adding the feature of hey, change your headline or make a crisp bio about yourself. Now imagine you are a college passing out student, right? What you have is your college generated projects. You give that particular info to generative AI, and an impressive resume of yours is created by generative AI. You will see the difference in resume of the one that is created by a person and the one that is generated by generative AI. Right? There are some of the ideas that CTOs can ponder upon and add more features to their life.
Terrific, Prarthit. I really like the point on the personalization thing. It will make our life very easy.
Absolutely.
Okay, Prarthit, now let's take this a step further. So you have told us about projects, right? So how can these projects be used in day-to-day activities, moving ahead?
Yeah, imagine I am delivering a presentation to my CIO or CFO. I mean, while they are a CIO and CFO and CEO of the organization, which is a tech organization, they may not know all the jargons. Now, when I am presenting, I am using PowerPoint and the features by PowerPoint like live captioning, or it's a Teams meeting and Teams is generating live transcription. And I uttered the word LLM. While it was not my intention to not talk about the full form, but I spoke about a jargon that is not known to the meeting. That's where generative AI comes in. Generative AI understands that, hey, you know what, this is a jargon for large language models, and suddenly converts the transcription word LLM into a link. You click on the link and it takes you to information about LLM. Right? Imagine the power the presenter would get when he or she doesn't have to really keep polishing the content so that the audience can understand it. He can on the fly utter some word, some jargon that is understood by generative AI and can present hundreds of references for the audience to read through.
Rather, those were some great use cases that we heard, like how generative AI can be leveraged in our day-to-day lives. Now, moving on, Prarthit, can you tell us about generative AI in various industries or sectors and how they can be used?
Absolutely. I want to stick to a single sector, let's say tech, where we are in. Imagine a user visiting cloudtech.com, right? A chat pops up by Kriti that how can I help? And user says Azure security, right? Now the website understands that, hey, this is a repeat user, has taken AI102 from us or AZ104 from us, right? And might be looking for training. And the chat represents with, hey, you know what, these are some of the AZ500 and MS500 trainings planned. Would you want to opt in for any of those? Or on the hindsight of it, he is the first time user of the website writing about Azure services. And the generative AI understands that, hey, you know what, there is nothing of this user that we know of. Starts by asking, sure, why not? What would you want to know about Azure security? Would you want to learn about it? Would you need any help on Azure security? Right? And the conversation flows through in a natural form.
This just makes things easier.
Absolutely. That's like that. Imagine media, right? Imagine a lot of VFX currently, a lot of VFX artists are putting their heart and soul into generating movies, right? Imagine generative AI helping them create new effects, right? All of us like when flash flashes, right? Imagine that flash suddenly now is not yellow and is green, right? Imagine that flashes is sparkling stars out of the flash, right? No. But generative AI has ideas that we can leverage and make this media industry also to reach different heights.
Prarthit, you spoke about the edtech sector in specific, and we also deal a lot with learners. So there's this burning issue about deepfakes. So what are your views on it? Can it not be damaging enough? Can it not be a threat?
I mean, see, every coin has two sides, and your coin's never gonna go straight. It's not about the board, right? We can't say that deepfake is a threat. Right? You had identity thefts before the generative AI came into picture. You had phishing before the generative AI came into picture. It's about being aware. It's about staying mindful about what you click, what you watch, what you see. Right? Yes, always there is going to be a black side of the story. Right? When there were angels, there were demons. Right? So we can't run away from demon. We have to understand that they exist for a reason, and we have to live with it. Just be aware and be mindful about what you click, where you click, how you share your information.
Now, Prarthit, talking about the future of generative AI, how do you see generative AI evolving in the coming years? What about its advancements, the big breakthrough that this technology has to offer?
Like I said, I have tried for it, right? So, generative AI can revolutionize a lot of industries. We already talked about tech and media being two, right? Imagine that you are in need of some kind of medical help, right? You start and you are in remote area where there is internet, thanks to the great grasp of internet today in India. You are in remote, but you have internet. There are chances that there is no hospitals nearby, but you have internet, right? And you open one of the applications, you share your symptoms, and the generative AI is able to converse with you to understand more about your symptoms and be able to generate prescriptions. Right?
Can't wait to see that happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure if medication approving body will do that, but yeah, imagine finance. Right? I already am working with a customer who wants us to incorporate generative AI in their fraudulent chat to understand if Prarthit Mehta will pay back the loan. Right? Imagine logistics. Right? Imagine generative AI advising the driver to take this route instead of this, or maybe deliver this shipment prior to this and decrease the time on road. Right? Imagine generative AI being able to drive the shipments from warehouse to delivery. We have seen this. We have seen a lot of the AI models helping delivery. We have seen videos of drones delivering medicines in Africa. We have seen robots delivering Amazon packages in the States. Right? But that's just the start. Right? The generative AI, the impact of generative AI, it extends all the industry ecosystem, their thought processes.
Incredible, Prarthit. It would be great to see these developments in tech. So, moving on to our final question. So, what advice would you give CTOs like you out there?
Oh, don't stop your thought process. Generative AI is new, has tons of capabilities, right? You can actually leverage generative AI in every application that you are developing, maybe to enhance your team's productivity, to enhance your application's market reach, right? But don't stop yourself. There is downside or hindsight of generative AI, like we talked about deepfake videos and the other deepfakes that are there in market, but it's always been there. Don't get bottled down with that, hey, what if that happens? I am sure you are in the tech domain, you will figure out the what if. But don't stop yourself.
Great, Prarthit. I have learned so much from you today and the impact of generative AI in the technology domain.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here. Like every generative AI algorithm might say Prarthit is here and evolving.
We extend our gratitude to Prarthit for sharing such insightful perspectives. This conversation has shed light on the potential of generative AI in the tech domain and how it boosts tech creativity, speeds up product development, improves decision making with data insights, personalizes experiences, automates tasks, offers smart assistance, enables predictive analytics, and revolutionizes the tech industry with innovation and growth. If you want to know more about all the services that I just mentioned, you can comment below and we can help you serve better. Stay tuned for our next episode in the series where we will continue exploring how CXOs can leverage generative AI. We encourage you to leave a comment below if you found this video helpful. And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up.
देखो मेरी टीम चाय पीने जाएगी तो मैं चाय मंगवाऊंगा, ठीक है? विल चेंज और सुनो, लेके आके उधर से एक कप में रिप्लेस कर.
We hope this video was insightful. Hit the bell icon and follow our pages for similar content.